Hey guys, it's Ed with CMC Reptiles. I wanted to do a quick video. This is a surrender I just picked up along with, I actually picked up two today. I actually rescued tons of animals. I probably got about 23 rescues right now that I'm housing. And this is kind of common with the ball pythons I pick up because pet owners usually keep them in a fairly, large enclosure with the like cypress mulch, which I hate, especially in California because that stuff dries out so bad. You can see he's got his eye caps are covered, both sides, a little bit of stuck shed and just blown up shed. There's just tiny pieces of shed all over the enclosure, and same with the other. So what I do is I'm going to let this guy soak in a tub with a lock lid on it. It's probably about 2 inches of water, lukewarm, and I'm going to sit him in there for about 2 hours and just let the skin get soft, because that piece is just about to come off, and I want to make sure it's soft enough when I do pick it off. But when I get to that point, I will show you how I do it. All right, guys, so a little bit of shed off, but here the thing I want to do now is just try to remove it off the eye, and I use these sticky gloves. Okay, so we got one off, and good, one's off. And I think that was it, yeah. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. You can kind of get the idea, guys. I'm trying to get all the excess shed came off. And this is a good sized adult male. But his eyes are clean now. And it came off really easy once you let him soak for that couple of hours. Also, he gets to hydrate a little bit too, because his water bowl wasn't very clean. So he probably hasn't had a good drink of water in a while. But I'll soak the albino now, and sorry you couldn't get a good view. I got this phone sitting on a tripod. Yeah, it's off the eyes. That's what I wanted to get now. So he's good. Other than that, he's pretty healthy ball python. But here you can see right, let me get my finger in there. There's the eye cap. Can't focus on it, but that's the eye cap right there. That was stuck. So now we know we got it off. I don't know if you can see it a little better there. Yeah. So the eye cap is off. Almost looks like a contact lens. But that's what you always have to worry about, is that thing getting stuck on. And it's not the first time I've had to do that, but I like those gloves. These right here, the Uline gloves. It's got the grip front, so you just rub it really soft, and it works really well to get shed off. A lot of the stuck shed is inside here in the so everything's off him now. He's clean. Now I'll just set him up in a tub. All right, guys, so this is the cage, one of the enclosures. One of the ball pythons came in, and these are adult ball pythons. This is like a 40-gallon. Has the cypress mulch, which I hate this crap. It's garbage. But you can see that just pieces of shed all over the place, just because of the lack of humidity. You have to keep this stuff drenched in order for it to work. Plus the screen tops, too much ventilation, and on the West Coast we have dry humidity, so these are just not good for ball pythons. Water dish, a little bit too small, too shallow, but I'll get these cleaned out and I'll use them for something else. All right, guys, so here's the other one. Basically, it's just an albino ball python. This one looks pretty good. Got some stuck shed on her. It's harder to see with the albinos, but I will soak her next. They look like they're pretty healthy. 4 years old, both of them. And yeah, they're looking okay. I probably have about 10 rescue ball pythons in here right now. This will be 11 and 12. And basically, it's I don't like using the word rescue. It's more of a surrender because these guys are in pretty good health besides the stuck shed. You can tell they've been eating well. They've been handled. They were in nice enclosures. The only problem was humidity. And that's something we can easily fix. But they will be in the reptile room. And I'll soak this guy after this guy's done. All right, guys, so now I'm going to soak the albino. Like I said, I like just putting them in her. This one, it's a female, about 4 years old. She's a little bit undersized. And what I want to do is let her again hydrate because the water bowls that they had were pretty dry. And they were real tiny water bowls, more for like leopard geckos. So I'm going to assume that this female is a little bit dehydrated. So I want to let her soak for an hour or two and just let her get a drink. This is, again, it's clean, lukewarm water. We're in the reptile room. And so the temperature in here is 82, the ambient. I set the other one up in a tub. This girl's pretty small, so she's going to go into a VE 10823, and the other one will be in a 33 quart, which is a pretty big tub. All right, guys, so this girl's been soaking for about an hour and a half, so she's pretty good. Maybe a little bit dehydrated, so like I said, I like putting them in this fresh water so they will hydrate. When they're sitting in it, they'll drink the water. That's kind of the best way to get them to start drinking. I have well over 25 rescues in my collection. Yeah, so these are probably, out of all the ones I've rescued, one of the healthiest, the two snakes. Again, stuck shed. You know, the cages, the setup, I don't really like, in my opinion. I don't like those big enclosures, which I showed you in the video. But I'll keep you posted on these guys. Basically, when I do get rescues, I house them, I keep them. There's been very few times I've rehomed a couple of leopard geckos here and there, maybe a ball python, but most of them I keep. I use for educational programs, in the parties, things like that, especially if they're animals that are used to being handled. And you could tell these guys have been handled. They're really, really calm, really good demeanor. So these guys are good. This one will be in this. Like I said, it's a VE 10823. Plenty of room. Got her on a liner. And deli cup full of fresh water. That's the best way. I don't like, again, those things they sell at PetSmart. They're too shallow. They get bacteria build up really easy, really fast. I love the clear deli cups, and these are the best way to get these guys drinking water. So I'll get her in her enclosure, and I'll keep you posted on these guys, and I'll talk to you later.